Hello everyone. Today we have with us Mr. Jitendra, a highly experienced professional who has made a remarkable journey in the IT field. His perspective will definitely help our students see the IT world more clearly and practically. Along with me, I have Saira as my co-host for the today's session. Who will also be joining in with some interesting question for our guest. Saira, you want to add something here?
Hi, very happy to have Jitendra over here. I'm delighted to have you here, and so that our students will have more insights from you about IT and the field behind it. I'm a career counselor operating from Tamil Nadu. So you have a whole bunch of students who are looking up to you. So over to you, Priyanka. You can go ahead.
Welcome, Mr. Jitendra. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's really a privilege to have you here. Just starting
Yeah,
with our conversation, could you please give us a brief overview of your career journey in IT and how it has shaped your current role?
yes, sure, Priyanka. So before that, I would like to thank you as well as Saira ma'am for giving me this opportunity. I hope, at the end of this talk, it will definitely help some of the students who are looking to build their career in IT world. So yeah, coming back to talking about myself, like I have overall 20 years of experience in the
Wow.
IT industry. I have started it as a trainee software engineer. And throughout the talk I will mention about that career journey, but I started particularly in Java world. At that time, though my curriculum was not included, I mean, not having Java as a subject in at that time when I was studying way back in 2003. But then I started my career in Java, and as of today, I mean, after moving through various different roles in the industry, as of today, I am principal software architect and responsible for building, I mean, designing and building the cloud native applications. All this is done using the various different technology. I mean, just to name, Java, and then surroundings around Java. There are a lot of things like Spring Boot, as we will talk further during the talk. So yeah, overall 20 years of experience in Java and related technology.
Wow, that's insightful actually. What are the major career path within IT industry that students should be aware of?
Right. Okay. Yeah. So basically, as I mentioned, I will keep referencing my introduction as we talk about each of these questions. I mean, when
Yes.
I joined or I started my career at that time, I was coming fresh out of college, and I was thinking that coding is the only thing that happens in the IT world, but it's not like that. Obviously, over the period of these 20 years, I have learned that it's not just coding. There are many surrounding areas where an IT engineer or IT expert is required, right? To name a few,
Yes.
obviously coding comes under the software development where you can be a front-end developer, back-end developer, mobile application developer, or for that matter, if you are expert, can be a full stack developer, who can span across the all layers of the software development. Then you have these days you have very what we say niche technology or important technology coming up called data science and artificial intelligence, right? I mean, kids these days they are learning right from their schools, right? So as an
Yes.
IT professional or IT, if you want to build a career in IT, you should be aware about that what are the different roles available in the data and AI side. You also have something called cloud and infrastructure related roles, right? I
Mhm.
mean, or
Mhm.
streams, we can say that, we are building the softwares, but ultimately they need to run. They need to run as per the user's expectation. It should not happen that, we are building the software, but at the time of user experience they feel, right? I mean, because of
Mhm.
hardware or because of
Mhm.
whatsoever other problems, right?
Mhm.
So there are a lot of roles available in the cloud and infrastructure side. To name a few, like you have a DevOps roles, the SRE,
Yes.
site reliability engineers, or the cloud architects, and many more role in that stream. Then you have cyber security, right? Very important these days, like a lot of frauds happening. So you need to be aware about the surroundings of your systems or application, that how
Mhm.
to make a secure application,
Yes.
how to
Yes.
build a
Yes.
secure code, right? I mean, you should be aware. So there are specialized roles in each team, each organization around cybersecurity as well. Then another stream is called like product and business, right? I mean, we build the softwares, but then who gives the requirements, right? I mean, these people or the roles which are coming from the product and business background, they give us the requirements. Okay, I mean, this could be the problem to solve. This could be the solution to provide to the customers. So there are various different roles available in the product and business, and there is obviously not very extensive coding required in this sort of roles, right? I mean, the other part we can talk about is design and UI UX these days. That is also extremely important because of what with the smartness of the users, right? I mean, they don't go to the sites or don't prefer the product which are not good in terms of user experience. It should be easy to use and easy to understand, right? Otherwise, if it becomes very complicated for the users, then they may not end up using it. Then you have a lot of roles in the QA and testing side as well, right? I mean, when you build a software, you need to make sure that it performs or behaves as expected. Whatever is defined in your product requirement, it should be, it should be operating in line with those requirements. So these are the roles in the QA and testing. There are a lot of automations or automation engineering sort of roles are emerging and required in each and every organization as well as in team. And
Oh,
quite a few things that are coming up like blockchain and e-currency and internet of things like things like Uber and everything, right? They are using this sort of technology day in day out, like a lot of data coming to you. You need to process that data and then immediately respond to to the users, being it a cab driver or end user as a those application users. So these are the kind of high level roles available in the IT. Like I said, it's not just coding, it's about IT. You can have whatever you like, you can build your career in that particular stream.
yes, yes, great perspective actually. Apart from coding, what other opportunities exist in IT for a student with different skill and interest? What do you think?
Right. So, like I said, I mean, obviously, when we talk about IT, everyone thinks that it's just coding, but no, it's not just coding. I mean, in a team, there is only one or two developers. Then there are, uh, to name, I mean, four or five other roles that each team has. And to start with, one of them is like UI UX developer, right? I mean, a developer is good in writing algorithms or code, but then he's not good in writing the UI,
UI.
and that is where your expertise comes around building the rich UI or user experience. Then you have quality engineers or test automation, right? I mean, you write the code, but you need to make sure that that code behaves as per the expectation. So these are the engineers or roles who can do or make sure that the software behaves as per the requirements.
Okay,
Then apart from writing code, you have to also make sure that you write a proper documentation, right? I mean, so I'm coming to the
Yes.
technical writer or documentation sort of
mm,
roles,
mm,
right? You need to understand the systems and then provide the proper user guidance or user manuals, right? I mean, not just user manuals, but for example, operation manual as well, right? I mean, you have various different operation teams within each organization where they provide different sort of support to the end user. So they should understand how the software was built, and it should be very easy for them to navigate through the softwares and
Yeah.
give the guidance to the users. Then
Especially when there is a employee, especially when there is an employee who's leaving the company and all, I mean, that time it's very much important, right? All those documentations.
very true, very true. Yeah, and that is where the technical writer or documentation roles comes and helps. The
mm,
project and program manager, right? I mean, each team, I mean, there is a concept, something called feature team as of today. Like every person is able to do every task, but still, if there is a team, there has to be a team leader, right? Or team manager, or
obviously.
scrum master or scrum manager, and various different roles are there who can make this team coordinate and make them work efficiently, right? So these are the
Exactly.
roles available which are which is not related to pure coding, but
Coding. Yeah.
we can say in the technology, the sales
Mhm.
engineers or the pre-sales, right? I mean, you build the product, but then you need to make sure that you have a right people with the right mindset to understand that how to sell these products, how to make user comfortable, how to understand users requirement, and possibly explain them that whatever products that we are building is best fit for them. So sales
Mhm.
engineers or pre-sales roles are also there. and
Oh,
and like I mentioned, the support and operation roles, right? I mean, it's not just once coding is done, once system is built, it's tested, it's documented, then it goes into production, and then the real problem starts, right? User basically start using it, and day by
yes,
day they
yes.
face different problems. So
Find
they
out
come to
different
you,
ways.
come to these people or this operations or support team and ask for their problems to, I mean, or raise these queries,
To
and
be
these people should
rectified.
be able to, yeah, I mean, imagine a situation that someone is doing some sort of a purchase of $1,000 or 1 lakh rupees on Amazon, and then at the last stage their payment fails, or they don't get a message. Immediately they become panic, right? I mean,
Mm.
they try to talk to support people, and they said either you give me my money or explain me what is going to happen. So these are the people who can possibly help them and guide them. Yeah,
What
so
to
these
do.
are the opportunities that are available beyond coding.
Sure, sure. That's
Well
right.
said, actually. That's so
Yeah.
insightful and to yes, for a
Yeah,
student actually.
complete overview, and your years of experience actually speaks in this. I mean, the complete overview. Okay. As you said, there are so many technical and non-technical roles in the world of IT. But do you think at what time should a student start developing these kind of skills to build a successful career in IT? I mean, what time and what are the particular skills they need to have it?
Right. So basically, I mean, there is no time. I mean, these days, what happens is right from the pre-primary or, lower grades, the basics of programmings are coming,
Mm.
though it's not the, some sort of a language that you need to understand. I mean, there are tools like Scratch available. You can, the students understand that, how overall programming works. But problem solving is one of the core skill they should adapt or understand that, no problem is like unsolvable, right? I mean,
There's
they can
always a
break the problem.
solution. Yeah.
Yeah, there is always a solution. So what I would say is that they should start early, you know, right from their childhood. And if that opportunity is lost, these days in their college time or the graduation time, also there is a specific time allocated for them to work on various
Yes.
different projects and
Yes.
understand how
Mm.
industry behaves or what are the industry practices, what are the technology tools being used. So at that time, they can, rather than just picking up the projects, ready-made projects, and submitting it to their professor and get the marks, they should really focus what are their abilities. Either of these roles, they can pick one and then build team around and then start building. So what I would say overall, pick one language. Being it Python, Java, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, anything like .NET. Pick one language, just start learning it, and then you obviously once you dip dive into it, you will understand that not only one language is enough here. I mean, there are other aspects that you need. So by default, you will tend to learn the other thing. The other aspect I would say is understand the tools, right? It's not just about programming language, but how you write the code, how you compile the code, how you execute it, how you build the program, small programs, right?
Mhm, mhm,
On your local computer. I mean,
mhm, mhm.
sometimes you may not have full-fledged, high-end configured
Yes.
systems, but even with the smaller computer, you can write a small programs, and you can explore that technology that I mentioned. The another key aspect to understand is almost every system needs some sort of a database, right? That you need to store the data or retrieve the data to either to display the user or to process the data and give some sort of a result to the users. So one of the database they can learn. I mean, there are various different database like
Well,
relational
Oracle.
database. Yeah, so very basics of that they should be understand as part of their graduation. basics of
Yes.
networking, I could say that, how internet works, how network works, how two computer talks to each other, what are the protocols, what are the way of communication. There are, RESTful APIs and, HTTP protocols, how to make them secure. And I mean, not very in depth, but have a basic understanding
Yes,
around
superficial.
that. Yes. And the last thing is everything these days runs around a cloud. So, right, I mean, gone are the days where, server used to be a one single machine and, you need to maintain that machine with lot of extra effort and energy. These
Mhm.
days, there are quite a few number of public cloud providers who are capturing kind of a market or who are, market leaders, like, to name a few, Google Cloud or AWS or Microsoft Azure. So learn one of the cloud technology. I mean, in the cloud, you understand then, how to generate a compute, how to generate a storage, how to manage the services, how to use the other services which cloud providers are using. So these are some of the technical skills that they can rely on, they can try to
Mhm.
understand as
Mhm.
part of their, graduation or, during the
Right,
schooling.
right, right. Yeah,
And
what you
then,
said really makes sense. Mm.
yeah. Yeah, thanks. And then I was coming to the non-technical aspect, right? I mean, not just we don't need just coders or the testers or I mean, we need good team members, right, or good team players. So obviously, communication is
Yes,
the
of
key. You
course.
should be able to, I mean, we all, I mean, use that in our day-to-day life as well. You should be sometimes able to communicate the problem well, or your issues well. Otherwise, people will not be able to
Yeah,
help. So communication is the
noticed.
key.
Yes.
Yeah. And then problem solving, like I mentioned before, like, there is no problem which cannot be solved. You think through it, try to divide that problem into smaller pieces and then try to solve them iteratively. Then you will be able to solve the bigger problems as well. The collaboration is the key. These days, you don't work as an individual, right? You always work in a team. So you need to make sure you need to understand others' aspect. I mean, there are various diverse sort of culture or team that you will end up, right? I mean, you should understand what sort of capabilities that other team members are having, and you should be adapt to that as well as learn from them, right? So collaboration is the key. Learning is the I mean, I keep on
Never
saying to
ending.
people, yeah, for IT, it's never ending. By the time you learn one
Yes,
technology, it changes. But
It
then
gets
you
it.
should not get disheartened because whatever you are learning, it's going to help you in the next stage.
yes,
Everything getting built is, getting built on the foundation which was there for many years, right? And then for a students, I should say they should start also building their professional presence right towards the end of their graduation or post graduation, that they should create their profile on LinkedIn, and then
Right. Yeah.
uh, 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 on portals like GitHub, right? They should do these small projects and then upload it on those portal, and then they can showcase that what project they have built, because that
Yeah.
is key during the interview process.
mm,
Very,
It is
very
very
important.
key to understand that how is your professional presence. You should be aware about what are different tools and portals are available. So yeah, these are the basically technical and non-technical essential skills, I would
so
say.
not only coding, your analytical, your communication, your collaboration, these three skill are key actually, what you said.
Yes,
Yes.
very
Mhm.
true.
Mm. Okay. Yes, Sarah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. We completely agree what you said. And yeah, coming to cloud computing, it has become a big part of IT today. And like other than this cloud computing, how would you say this is allied to artificial intelligence as well? Because all our things, what are happening is, I mean, because of cloud computing only, AI has developed so much. So how
Yes.
much is AI skills important for this era? I mean, what are the basic skills as a student or as any layman should try learning? What are the basic skills of AI anybody should learn at this point of time?
Mm.
Right. So, I mean, I'll start with the cloud computing because that is essential part to understand the AI basics. AI, we all know that it's evolving. So, like what is cloud, right? I mean, basically, if you talk about 10, 15